Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how I created this floral key holder. It's functional and decorative at the same time, and I'm going to show you how I made it. This is the frame I'm using. I actually took out all the glass and paper inside, and then with a knife I took off the back piece and removed all the glue that was stuck to the frame also. For the background of this piece, I'm using a cutting board. Within the framed area, I'm going to apply a stencil design. So I mark out where the stencil will go and center it. I'm using gold and silver Rust-Oleum spray, and I cover up the rest of the cutting board to avoid any colour from going there. I make sure I continue the stencil design to cover the entire surface of where the frame opening will go. I put on the frame just on top to see if the design worked okay. Since this is a heavy piece, I added 3 picture hook brackets to the back of the cutting board, and I screwed these in place. The next step is to apply the frame onto the cutting board with a heavy duty glue, and I purchased this from Home Depot. It's a very secure, strong adhesive. I applied glue to the top and bottom of the frame, and then for the sides I actually applied straight onto the cutting board. Once the glue was in place, I then firmly pressed down the frame onto the cutting board and pressed it down for about a minute or so and wiped off any excess glue that came out the sides. I then added some weight to the entire surface whilst it dried. Once it was dry, I was ready to add my word to the bottom of the plaque. I printed my word home from a computer, and I wanted to transfer this image onto the cutting board. In order to do that, I coloured the reverse of the paper with lead pencil and then turned it over and stuck it in place with some tape, and then outlined each of the letters so that the lead behind this would transfer the lettering onto my surface. You can easily use carbon paper for this also. As you can see, the outline is quite faint, so I use a pen to outline it once again just to give it some more highlight, and then using black and gold paint mixed, I then fill in the word gently with a brush. I'm using an acrylic paint which is metallic. I then outline it with a black matte finish to give it more depth and detail. You could easily use wooden letters and spray paint them, or you can even use a Sharpie to fill in your word as well if painting is difficult. I then needed to add the hooks at the bottom of the cutting board. I measured the centre, and then from the centre I added 2 holes on each side every 2 inches. I then drilled into the 5 areas that I had marked. I then screwed in the hooks. These are just some simple ones I purchased from the dollar store. The next stage was to add the glass bottles. I purchased these from the dollar store. They're short with a tapered neck. I'm using elastic to attach these onto my board. I first figure out the placement of where these jars are going to go and mark them with a pencil. I start with my center bottle and mark where the neck area will be attached onto the board. I mark and cut elastic that will sit around the neck of my glass jar and cut 3 of them. I then attach the ends together with a glue gun to create a circle. Once done, I then glue them into place with the hot glue. The glue is merely to hold them in place. I use a staple gun to reinforce the elastic straight onto the cutting board. I'm stapling over the seam of where the elastic join is. I also add some hot glue over the staples, and this acts as a great grip for the glass also. I then do this process again to add more support for the lower body of the glass jars. I staple each elastic with 2 staples for extra security. Next is to add the glass into the elastic and to put them in place. The good thing is there is wiggle room, so you can adjust them to suit you. Once this part is done, I'm ready to hang it on my wall. The final touch is to add my flowers, and I purchased these at my local craft store. They're too big, so using pliers, I actually cut and trim them down. Now this is the fun part. I just have to arrange the flowers in the glass jars, and I'm putting the tall ones at the back and the flowers on the front. But you can play around with these, add different colours, different styles, anything to suit you. And this is the finished result. I really wanted to create a functional yet decorative piece. I think the flowers and frame add a nice warm touch. I hope this video was helpful and informative. I have more information and details from this video in the description box. Please be sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks so much.